Hold it right there. You're supposed to be in that holding cell. You're not going anywhere. There's a full complement of guards in the next room. As soon as I get them, you're going back to your... I'm not listening to anything you... That's it. Guards!
Attention to all Raven Rock personnel. This is your president speaking. I invite our guest 101 to my office. Please do not impede his progress. Thank you for your cooperation.
They're not who they say they are. They're not who they say they are. Get out while you can, before they get you too.
Attention! This is Colonel Autumn. You are hereby ordered to ignore the President's previous directive. The prisoner from Vault 101 is to be shot on sight. I repeat, shot on sight. This is an order.
Regroup.
Scope's
Standing
clean.
down from alert.
Resume.
Got nothing here.
Fall back.
Scope's clean. There's no one here.
Resume standard patrol procedures.
Fall back to regroup.
Fall back to regroup. Resume standard patrol procedures. Fall back. Scope's clean. Spotted. Standing down. Hello. Fall
Fall back.
to regroup.
Fall back to regroup. Got nothing here.
You? What are you doing here? They captured me. I didn't want to help them They wanted information. I told them everything I could. I'm afraid I'm not... You should go. I think you'd better leave now.
Face to face at last. It's high time we met. I'm quite pleased you were able to make it. The trip was not what I had intended, but serves as an adequate test of your abilities. What any good politician wants, your continued trust and support. In your case, however, I have more specific. Our nation's capital is at a crossroads. I need you to act on my behalf to ensure that our country's future... My abilities to... You, however. Perhaps it's best if I... Yeah. The point is that the mutations outside these walls must be cleansed before we... I believe your father's work can do that more quickly. The purifier your father helped with a simple modification. It can be used to... In time, In front of you will be a vial of modified FEV virus. Doing so will inject... You just need the... Simple. I understand. It's an unusual request. Please understand that I cannot... Ah, yes. I'm sure you've noticed that Colonel Autumn and I do not see... The good Colonel and I disagree. He's allowed his humanity... And so, I turn to you. And of course, if you're successful, there's a place for you on... And why would I do that? What alternative? Yes, I suppose it is. Very well. I cannot stop Colonel Autumn. I suppose that...
My friend! I see I found you at last! I knew you had survived. Yes, and the most... You were my rescue. My friend...
Embrace the pain! Need something, friend? Hail. Need something, friend?
All I'm saying is, the longer we sit here, the more time they have to shore up their defenses. We should hit them sooner rather than later.
We barely have the manpower to keep the Citadel fortified. We've been over this before, Sarah.
So we just wait until they decide we're next on the list? If the Pride goes in now, we might have a chance.
And if you fail, then what? The risk is not worth the reward.
I agree. Without the Gek, the Purifier is useless to the Enclave anyway. They may give up before long.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Sarah. You just have to follow orders.
Yes, Father.
So, you're back. We had feared both you and the Gek were...
Excellent. With that, we hold... Why not? Well... Then we must go at once. If you have any other information... That's good news. Still, we cannot have...
If the Enclave has the Gek, there's nothing stopping them from starting the Purifier. They'll figure out the code eventually.
I'm afraid you're right. We need to act now while we can.
Send the Pride in. We can do it. We can win this.
All right, Sarah. The Pride goes in. But I want them to have some extra firepower. Rothschild, is it ready?
What? No, I mean, Lee and I have solved the power problems, but we've only barely finished diagnostic tests.
So?
It's not ready for field tests, let alone live fire situations. The weapons haven't been calibrated, the navigation detection system is offline.
Rothschild, enough. Can you make it work?
Honestly, I don't know. I think we can scrape by, and I suppose if we can't, it won't matter in the long run anyway.
Then it's decided. Sarah, you take the Pride and use the robot as support. Take our friend here and secure that purifier.
Yes, sir. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know the Pride and I have decided that after all you've survived, you've done enough to be an honorary member of Lion's Pride. So congratulations. Membership comes with some privileges, including our power armor. You want the full suit or the recon armor? Sure thing. Okay. Now that... You all packed? Okay, don't be nervous. You'll have the whole Pride backing you up. Not... Just stay safe until we... And don't let that thing step on you. Okay, we're going to go over it one more time. The Pride is on me. The goal is Project Purity, but we can't get into the facility with those energy fields up. Rothschild and Lee say this robot should be able to take down the energy fields. So we're on fire support. We stay close to the thing, keep it clear, and get it to where it needs to go. Once the fields are down, we head straight for the facility. We'll use the robot to keep them occupied while we get inside and secure the control room. We need to move quickly before we lose the chance to surprise them. Get whatever supplies you don't already have, and we'll meet in the Bailey. When we're done with this, everyone can have a nice cold glass of water on me. Let's move. All right, Rothschild, fire it up. Pride, move out!
been rather busy lately, asking questions. Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against it? Fine. Let's cut to the chase. It seems you're trying very... Fine. Blow me off. Don't ask how I Tell him the android... Was there something else? Just understand. But even if he's not, this person... Of course. We call our... You know what...
Titanium alloy supplemented by the barrier. Probability of mission entrance 0%. Tactical assessment. Red Chinese victory. Possible. Initiating Directive 7395. Destroy all communists. Yes, by all means, let's. And I shall... German Chang will fail. China will fall. You, low! Tactical assessment. Red Chinese threat detected. Death is a preferable alternative to communism. Engaging Red Chinese aggressors. Anchorage will be liberated. Communist target acquired. Initiating Directive 7395. Destroy all communists. Obstruction detected. America will never fall to communist invasion. Will never fall to communist invasion. Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Engaging Red Chinese aggressors. Democracy is true. Communism is death. Democracy is true.
Concentrate your fire!
Communism established stratagem. Inadequate. Revised stratagem. Initiate photonic resonance overcharge. Now try and hide!
Rocket racing! For Elder Lions! Concentrate your fire! Watch it! Concentrate your fire!
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing to stop me from killing you this time. Let's end this. You're in over your head, I'm afraid. But this is the path you choose for yourself. Tell your father I said hello.
Anything else? that takes care of that. By now, the Pride should be mopping up whatever opposition is left outside. Let's get this room secured.
Who's next?
Hello, is anyone there?
Dr. Lee, it's Sarah Lyons. I'm in the control room. We're both here. What's going on?
I've been monitoring the equipment remotely, and we have a serious problem. The facility has been damaged during the fighting. Some of it looks accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn... Not exactly how... So, what should... You're going to have to be quick about it. I won't forget what you...
Talk!
I suppose this... But... I would say that your destiny... Cycle!
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child, selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. It was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer was faced with that greatest of virtues, sacrifice. But the child refused to follow the father's selfless example. So ends the story of the lone wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
Remember that secret android project I told you about? Well, they got some
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. There's nothing to stop me from... You don't have to. Just...
Watch out.
More Elder Lion!
Now flying hard!
Well, that takes care of that. By now, the Pride should be mopping up whatever opposition is left outside. Let's get this room secure.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
Dr. Lee? It's Sarah Lyons. I'm in the control room. We're both here. What's going on?
The facility has been damaged during the fighting. Some of it looks... accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry.
What have you got on your mind?
I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to... Not exactly how... So, what... You're going to have to... I won't forget what you've...
This is day 2 of my attempt to resurrect this project. I've got one of the portable fusion generators up and running, but it's just enough to power the emergency lighting and a couple of other systems. It will serve for now, but I need help powering up the mainframe. I'm to visit Madison at Rivet City.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The Capital Wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child, selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. But it was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer learned the true meaning of that greatest of virtues, sacrifice. Stepping into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity, the child followed the example of the father, sacrificing life itself for the greater good of mankind. Sadly, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer agreed. Humanity would be preserved, but only in its purest form. The waters of life flowed at last, but the virus contained within soon eradicated all those deemed unworthy of salvation. The Capital Wasteland, despite its progress, became a graveyard. So ends the story of the Lone Wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
After all this, to be left in a state like that? Careful now, careful. Don't move too quickly. Everything's fine, you're safe. I was starting to think you might... I've been coming down here every day to see...
Yes, yes. I appreciate your concern for... Please. You were brought back to the Citadel after some... Quite a bit has happened. Yes, it did. There have been reports of some... Without your assistance, this never... Yes. Between your help in Liberty Prime has been assisted... Just about 2 weeks. Don't worry. I wonder if you might be willing, while we've had a decisive... Indeed. To that end, I'm going to circumvent our standard... Before you do anything else, please speak with Scribe Rothschild. I'm sure he can brief you on the I understand. The Brotherhood has taken... If you travel there, speak... Please be careful.
I patiently await your word. I had hoped you'd return. With all. And I...
Let's put it this way. If we don't win, there isn't going to be a lot.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Pick me up.
Another glorious day in this man's army.
Careful.
Hail.
Hail. Welcome.
Welcome.
You honor us with your presence here.
And keep your head on straight.
GNR public service announcement. Remember, children, the raiders come. There ain't no running.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Welcome.
Hey, be more careful.
The Brotherhood is at your service. Hail.
Hail.
Need something, friend?
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Need something, friend?
Need something, friend?
You honor us with your presence here.
Can I be of assistance? Back.
Welcome.
Need something, friend?
Hail.
You honor us with your presence here.
Well, it's good to... I assume... Has he told you? Yes. I'll give you a brief history of what's happened over the last few weeks and what's going on now. As you well know, This all began with the Enclave's occupation of Project Purity here. Thanks to you, their main headquarters here was utterly destroyed. They then suffered a second defeat at the Purifier. Based on a combination of intelligence and field reports, other Enclave locations throughout the wasteland were found. Cut off from their leadership, it was expected that their forces would be in complete disarray. This has not been the case. Based on data and tech gathered from these locations, we've determined that the Enclave forces are still maintaining remote communications. We isolated the transmissions and found their origin point, an old military installation in Rockland, to the southwest. Our advanced scouts have checked over the area, but no easy access to the facility was found. So we're making our own access point. Paladin Tristan is leading the team setting up forward base in an old car tunnel near the site. Once he's settled, Liberty Prime will be deployed. Prime's directive is to neutralize their defenses and create an entry point for the team. The team will move in, eliminate any opposition inside, and cut off their transmitter. Any relevant data should be brought back here. Now, did you have any other questions? If there's anything else you'd like to know, I'll alert him that
and
life as fucking miserable as humanly possible.
Hail. Welcome.
The Brotherhood is at your...